Good evening, you're now with me, Handy Gui for TVS Nightline. And on to our top stories tonight. Beijing subway crash leaves 102 with broken bones. Sarawak Port Authority on May Dune agenda. Prime Minister Anwar says no need for Malay-only PM clause in Constitution. An evening incident occurred during rush hour on the Beijing metro, involving a rear-end collision on an above-ground track section, resulting in 102 individuals sustaining fractures. This event is uncommon in Beijing, a city that has recently experienced snowstorms, which have impacted the metro's operating conditions and caused widespread transportation delays throughout the capital. The accident occurred at 6:57 p.m. on Thursday, when the last two cars of the metro train separated from the carriages in front of them, authorities initially reported. State-run broadcaster CCTV reported Friday as of about 11 p.m., a total of 515 people were sent to the hospital for examination, of which 102 suffered fractures. By 6 a.m. on Friday, 423 people had been released from the hospital, adding that 67 others were still receiving treatment, while 25 people were under observation. Meanwhile, no deaths had been recorded. Social media users reported seeing passengers fall to the ground, with some complaining of back pain. Media images showed riders on the floor and partial lightning outages, while some commuters used emergency hammers to try to break the train windows to escape. In other videos, firefighters were seen helping to evacuate an elderly rider, while stranded passengers made their way through deep snow to leave the scene. The proposed legislation for the formation of a Sarawak Port Authority is slated for introduction in the upcoming May 2024 session of the State's Legislative Assembly. Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Douglas Ugah Umbas highlighted that this initiative is part of the Ministry of Infrastructure and Port Development's MIPD set of 8 targets earmarked for accomplishment in the upcoming year.
He added that a priority is the discussions on the terms of the handover of the Bintulu port, which are anticipated to be finalized by July. Following this, the Sarawak government will devise mechanisms for the amalgamation of all 5 port authorities, namely in Miri, Somalaju, Rajang, Tanjung Manis and Kuching. Additionally, MIPD aims to achieve a zero project delay and 100% financial expenditure performance. Equally important is enhancing the implementation and monitoring systems of the ministry, ensuring that development projects are executed more flawlessly. In this regard, he expressed confidence that the MIPD staff possesses a high level of cooperation and commitment to achieving these targets. He assured that his ministry boasts the best combination of talent, skills and attitudes aimed at achieving outstanding performance.
Prime Minister Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim stressed that there is no need to make amendments to the federal constitution to ensure a Prime Minister can only be held by a Malay. He said that despite the current status quo of the constitution, the Prime Minister position has always been held by those from Malay ethnicity.
Setakat ini tak ada keperluan, tak ada permohonan serius, tak ada perbincangan. Sejak merdeka sampai sekarang, calon Perdana Menteri yang Melayu. Lepas ini pun calon daripada kerajaan pun Melayu, calon daripada pemakang pun Melayu. Dan sekarang ini tak pernah menjadi isu, jadi jangan kita rumitkan keadaan.
Anwar was responding to media queries on the suggestion by Parti Pribumi Bersatu Youth Chief Wan Ahmad Faisal Wan Ahmad Kamal to amend the federal constitution to ensure that only Malays can become the Prime Minister. The statement was issued by Wan Ahmad Faisal in response to a statement made by veteran DAP member Lim Kit Siang, who was alleged to have touched on the possibility of a non-Malay being appointed as the Prime Minister. Lim Kit Siang was previously under investigation regarding the content of his writing published on his blog limkitsiang.com on November 30th, addressing constitutional issues related to the appointment of the Prime Minister of Malaysia. The investigated article was titled "Malaysian Constitution Provides for a Malaysian Dream and Not a Mono-Ethnic Dream, as it provides that a non-Malay can be a Prime Minister."
Now, Sarawak's youth are urged to actively engage with the latest technological advancement, especially in the field of digital economy, which is seen as a key driver for the country's progress. Sarawak United National Youth Organization, Sarawak Sabarkas Secretary General Safi'i Ahmad emphasizes the need for Sarawak's youth to be more aware of the digital economy to ensure that they don't fall behind.
Jadi kita lihat untuk kekal relevan dalam konteks sebuah NGO macam Sabarkas ini, kita perlu sentiasa berubah juga melihat perkembangan. Kalau kita tidak berubah, maka peluang-peluang yang ada dalam contohnya dalam ekonomi digital ini mungkin kita akan terlepas, sedangkan ianya kita sedia maklum banyak manfaat daripada perubahan zaman ini yang perlu kita manfaatkan khusus kepada golongan belia kita.
Commenting further, Safi'i said various programs have been implemented by Sabarkas at the grassroots level to enhance the digital knowledge of the youth.
Kita laksanakan di peringkat-peringkat cawangan, peringkat zon dan begitu juga di peringkat negeri. Kita juga laksanakan kursus-kursus yang berkenaan dan begitu juga kesedaran. Sebab kita tengok dalam era digital ini, ianya bukan kita lihat dalam konteks ekonomi digital saja, tapi ada juga masalah-masalah lain sebenarnya. Sebab dengan digital, dunia yang digital pada masa kini, banyak juga isu-isu lain, scammer dan juga isu-isu yang penyalahgunaan kemudahan digital ini juga berlaku. Ini juga kita laksanakan program bersama dengan agensi berkenaan, termasuk pihak PDRM, dengan pihak MCMC, dengan pihak kalau peringkat kita di negeri, kita bersama dengan pihak SDEC, kita dengan pihak Suruhanjaya Multimedia, Sarawak Authority, kita juga laksanakan program yang sama.
He said during an exclusive interview on Dialogue TVS program on Thursday.
The government is ready to provide counselling services to the family of the late autistic child, the late Zain Ryan Abdul Martin. Minister of Women, Family and Community Development, Dr. Sri Nancy Shukri said they have counsellors available if the services is needed by Zain Ryan's family.
We were informed that polis masih lagi menyiasat, maka belum lagi ada counselling unless dia minta. Counselling tu anytime. Dia boleh minta anytime actually. Malah can call 15999, dia boleh bercakap, counselor pun boleh bantu.
Nancy told this to reporters after attending a Christmas program on Friday. Currently, she revealed that her ministry is not permitted to visit the incident location until the investigation is concluded. Zain Ryan, an autistic 6-year-old boy, was reported missing on December 5th in Damansara Damai. And on the following day, his body was found in a stream about 200 meters from his residence at Idaman apartment. Now, customers are advised to carry out one-to-one cylinder exchange when they have used up the contents of their LPG cylinder to avoid unnecessary wastage. Petroleum Sarawak Berhad, in a statement, emphasized that there are sufficient supply of LPG cylinders for homes, commercial and industrial use throughout Sarawak. In addition, aside from the refill costs, which remain unchanged at 26 ringgit and 60 cents for self-collection, the statement stated that there will be no additional costs when customers switch from other LPG cylinders to Petros or Gas Petronas LPG cylinders. As such, customers and sub-dealers are also urged to report any dealers who impose additional fees to switch to Petros LPG cylinders to Petros Niaga's customer service at 1300-882122 so that the necessary actions can be taken. Subsidized 14-kilogram Petros LPG cylinders are available for purchase through Petros Niaga's network of dealers across Sarawak. The Ingenious Tuition Center, located in Kota Sentosa, Kuching, is celebrating its 18th anniversary this year with a new look. And as part of the celebration, the tuition center now offers a conducive learning environment for its students, including the adaptation to new technologies in learning sessions.
新的教室、现代化的教学设备，将为学生提供更舒适、更高效的学习环境。我们相信，学习环境的提升将能够更好地满足学生和家长的需求，提供更全面、更专业的教育服务。
Additionally, Ingenious Tuition Center will continue to adhere to the principles of the national education system by striving to create a conducive learning environment for students. She said this after officiating the new lot at the refurbished center, officiated by the Assemblyman for Batu Kitang, Datulo Kerchiang.
Maintaining the standard of our tuition center is always our top business agenda. We always commit to provide a healthy, clean, safe and conducive learning environments for our little kids. Further, we will also try to invest and leverage in the latest teaching technologies. Last but not least, we focus on professionals' development programs so that our teaching teams can always stay strong to provide their very best to our students and parents.
教育事业对我们而言，不仅仅是一个使命、一个承诺，更是一股强大的力量。17年来，我们见证了很多孩子的成长，以及在学术上卓越的表现，这些都是促进我们前进的动力。
I enjoy the most at Ingenious as where it provides a conducive learning environment to us. The brand new extension has made students feel more comfortable in learning.
Perkhidmatan ini boleh menjadikan saya lebih berdikari dan berkeyakinan. Dari segi akademik, guru-guru di sini sangat profesional. Guru-guru sangat prihatin dalam bimbingan dan pengajaran setiap pelajar.
Moving forward, the center promises to continue providing the best education to children and encouraging them to become knowledgeable and responsible members of society. Coming up next, a government introduces 599 ringgit cap on East Malaysia flights for festive seasons. And in world news, a grieving father employs artificial intelligence to recreate the voice of his deceased son. Only on TVS Nightline. Stay tuned. Hello there and welcome back. Now, with the holiday season approaching fast, the government has agreed to implement subsidy assistance for the purchase of economy class flight tickets that exceed 599 ringgit for one-way trip from the Peninsula Malaysia to Sabah, Sarawak and Labuan 3 days before Christmas. Transport Minister Anthony Locke said the initiative will begin its implementation tomorrow, December 16, and is applicable for flights from December 22nd to 24.
Tiket penerbangan yang berharga kurang daripada RM599 bagi laluan-laluan berkenaan akan dijual pada harga asal yang telah ditetapkan oleh syarikat-syarikat penerbangan. Manakala bagi tiket penerbangan kelas ekonomi yang melebihi RM599 pula, kerajaan akan menampung perbezaan harga antara harga asal tiket penerbangan dengan harga maksimum tersebut.
Locke said this policy, which was approved by Cabinet on Wednesday and will be continued in 2024 for Chinese New Year, Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Keamatan, Gawai and the Christmas celebration next year. For this Christmas, the initiative will be opened from Saturday, December 16th at 12:01 a.m. and tickets can be purchased on the websites of AirAsia, Firefly, Malaysia Airlines and Batik Air. Meanwhile, for the other holidays, the tickets can be booked from the start of 2024 on January 1st at 12:01 a.m. on the same websites. However, these tickets cannot undergo change in dates or passenger names and they are non-refundable.
The new Defence Minister, Dato Sri Mohammed Khalid Nordin, officially assumed his duties today, arriving at approximately 8:30 a.m. at the Dataran Wisma Pertahanan, Jalan Padang Tembak, where he was welcomed by the Secretary-General of the Ministry of Defence, Dato Sri Isham Ishak, together with the Chief of the Armed Forces, Tan Sri Muhammad Abdul Rahman, as well as the Chief of the Army, Dato Muhammad Hafizuddin Jantan. Khalid, who is also the Member of Parliament for Kota Tinggi, received the highest honour guard from the 1st Battalion of the Royal Malay Regiment. Last Tuesday, following a cabinet reshuffle, Khalid, who is also the Deputy President of UMNO, was reassigned from the position of Minister of Higher Education to the Minister of Defence. He took over from Dato Sri Muhammad Hassan, who was transferred to the position of Foreign Minister, while his former position was filled by the former Foreign Minister, Dato Sri Dr. Zamri Abdul Qadir. Now, 2 additional temporary shelters, known as Baitul Mahabah, for foreign children supervised by the Immigration Department will be established in Kelantan and Sarawak next year. Home Minister Dato Sri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail said both shelters would be set up at existing immigration depots in Miri, Sarawak and Tanah Merah in Kelantan. He further added that the shelters are temporary until their documentation process is completed for the purpose of repatriation to their home country. Baitul Mahabah is an initiative of the Home Ministry in collaboration with non-governmental organizations to provide facilities and equipment for the comfort of children in these shelters. Saifuddin also said a total of 10 million ringgit has been allocated by the government to establish Baitul Mahabah next year. So far, 2 Baitul Mahabah have been set up in Kuala Lumpur last September. Regarding the Baitul Mahabah at the Papar Immigration Department, Saifuddin said it can accommodate up to 150 individuals. However, the facility currently houses 62 people, comprising 40 children and 22 guardians. The implementation of the Safe Sports Code will be extended until the grassroots level, beginning next year to create a safe and harmonious sports environment. Youth and Sports Minister Hannah Yeoh said it is a guideline that must be adhered to by everyone involved in any sports event, competition or tournament, including parents. For instance, Yeoh expressed her desire to eliminate any instances of parents attacking referees, umpires, or opposing teams during games without specifically mentioning any videos. Elaborating further, Yeoh said, apart from having to prepare a report should there be an incident of any argument, the organizers or school authorities also have the responsibility to ensure that all parties comply with regulations and guidelines. Yoh also said that the ministry needs to cooperate with the Ministry of Education (MOE) to pave the way for the implementation of the Safe Sports Code in schools, saying it has come to her knowledge that not all students are aware of the code. Additionally, she said all cases received by the KBS would be brought before the highest level of the committee meeting, which also involves the MOE and Ministry of Higher Education, which is chaired by Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi. In a serene eastern China cemetery, Siko Wu, a grieving father, finds solace as he employs artificial intelligence AI to recreate his late son's voice, using recorded words never uttered by his departed child, who brings them to life through AI. Participating in a growing trend in China, individuals grappling with grief are turning to AI technology to generate lifelike avatars of their loved ones, who envisions creating a fully realistic replica that emulates his deceased son's behavior within the realm of virtual reality.
一个市场可能是最痛的一个失去亲人的一种痛嘛，哎，这个东西你说怎么走出来？我想这种事这一辈子也走不出来。从真正的内心来说，肯定是走不出来。
With the rise of deep learning technologies like ChatGPT in China, Wu embarked on a quest to resurrect his belated son digitally. He collected photos, videos, and audio recordings, investing thousands of dollars in hiring AI firms to clone Xuan Mo's face and voice.
突然有一天梦里头，一闪就那么一段，他就叫我爸。 人是可以复活的。一句话。
Meanwhile, according to Zhang Ziwei, the founder of the AI firm Superbrain, such an invention can offer much-needed comfort for people devastated by the loss of loved ones.
从这个数字永生这个概念出发的话，我们现在也在做这个事情啊，就是说我们去把整个它的数字能放到我们身边。为什么我会用一个全息的方式去把它放到我们身边？就是 会让他觉得得到一个数字陪伴，一个他真正的亲人陪伴，实时的，就是说，或者是他需要的时候陪伴他在他身边的这种感觉，对，就可以算得上理论上的一个，可能是移动的这个归宿吧。
Wu and his wife were devastated when Zhang Mo, their only child, died of a sudden stroke last year at the age of 22 while attending Exeter University in Britain. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. And that's all the updates for TVS Nightline. I'm Henry. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.